everyone, welcome to my first vlog. Today we're at Whole Foods and we're grocery shopping. I'm just walking casually with the camera and I'm gonna show you what I'm buying, and I'm gonna show you a method or just explain how I buy food so that I have ingredients for balanced meals that include all of the tastes. So let's get into it. And then my favorite type of tomatoes at Whole Foods, sugar bombs, or we also have flavor bombs. And then I'm also gonna get some berries. I think raspberries are gonna be the choice. We also have blueberries at home, so I'm just gonna get raspberries and strawberries. Now that we got a lot of vegetables, some berries and fruits, we're gonna go on and start getting our protein sources. I just decided that I need shrimps. I think I'm gonna make a pasta or something with shrimps for dinner because I feel like I haven't had them in a while. Of course, when you live in a dorm and you eat in a dining hall, you don't eat shrimps very often. I hope the sound is good. I have this mic on, but people are screaming. So, by the way, on Instagram, a lot of people, not a lot of, but some people ask me what type of milk I drink with my coffee. And I have a couple of favorite brands. I'm fine with drinking just normal whole milk, but I prefer almond milk. So this milk brand is really good. I also like Califia, this one specifically. And then I also like this one. It's called Elmhurst. It basically just has 2 ingredients, so really cool option. Okay, everyone is looking at me, but I really want to share a lot of information with you guys, so I don't care what people think about me, what people think about me filming in Whole Foods in the store. We're gonna continue doing it. I would normally get eggs. I usually just get pasture-raised or cage-free eggs, but I think we have them at home, so I'm not gonna get them now. Then for another source of protein, I would usually get tempeh or tofu, but because I'm leaving for New York tomorrow, I do not need it. I think I'm gonna be just good with the shrimps, and I might get some chicken. By the way, I want to explain something about Greek yogurt. A lot of people get just plain non-fat 0% Greek yogurt, something like this. So because all the fat is extracted out of this product, all the good bacteria that are formed in the process of preparing yogurt, they just disappear basically. So what I would advise you to do is just get a 2% Greek yogurt. 5 is also fine, but if you want just a less fat version of it, 2% is the best. Something like this. You may also count it as a protein source. I'm gonna add it. And then obviously chicken, the best, for me, the best source of protein. I really prefer getting just pieces of chicken, not grounded, because I do not know the quality of that grounded chicken. If you want, you can ground it at home in a blender. Okay, now that we're done with protein, I'm gonna get a pasta. I usually do whole grain pasta. We'll choose one together. Great source of carbs. I eat them for lunch, for dinner. I think something like this might work, but you know that the shape of pasta makes the difference, so I'm gonna choose something else, not spaghetti. I decided that I want this one. So as you can see, whole wheat pasta, I like this shape, so we're gonna go with this for now. It's gonna be our first source of carbs in this cart. If you ever need a quick source of carbs or a quick source of protein, you can get beans. Chickpeas or garbanzo beans, as they are called here, are my favorites. Oh, and then I'm gonna share with you guys the best rice ever. Narrow black rice. Just get it once and you will understand why I like it so much. But I think I'm gonna choose some other type of grain. I like tricolor quinoa from this brand. I might get just some sort of quinoa. Actually, instead of quinoa, I decided to take this rice because I love it so much. Obviously, when you get the majority of your cart with all the whole foods, you might add some foods for the taste. I just saw these capers. I like adding them to salads, to just on top of some grains, on top of some proteins, just with my meals. So I'm gonna get this for the taste, for the texture, because if you eat your meal and it's plain and it doesn't have a variety of flavors, you will obviously crave sweets, you will obviously crave some more food. When you add some foods for flavor, you satisfy your tasting receptors and you just get satisfied after your meal. I love everything to be hot, so I'm gonna get a sauce. I really like this truff sauce. I'm not sure if I want this one now. I also like this Cholula sauce. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one. Luxury version. And then obviously to enhance the taste, make sure you have different spices. Black pepper is the best, you can just add it anywhere, but just try to mix it up, get some new spices, try them with your food. You will really feel like the taste is better and you will feel that you actually get satisfied with your meal and that you feel different flavors. By the way, something interesting is truffle salt or just like truffle as a spice can really up your meal. By the way, a pro tip, if you're traveling or you want to have a dessert but you didn't have a filling enough meal, it happens sometimes. Protein bars are a really good choice. I'm standing in the aisle with all the protein bars, and even though I like this specific one, I'll put a picture here, Barbell. Oh my god, I tried it in the airport once. It was really tasty. It's sweet, but it also has a lot of protein. It also has like a normal amount of fiber so that it doesn't affect your gut health. I'll show you some at Whole Foods that I really like and which I don't like. It's not sponsored, obviously. I'm just gonna share my honest opinion. I've tried those Aloha bars. I think, oh my god, where is this? I tried chocolate caramel pecan one. It's balanced in fiber, it's balanced in protein, it's balanced in fats. Last week I tried this Mescla bar for the first time. I think I tried a hot chocolate one and the pistachio one, and I actually think I'm gonna get like one or two. But then I want to show those Misfits bars. Even though they're pretty balanced, I feel like they have a lot of fiber, like added fiber, not real fiber. They're pretty tasty, but my gut just doesn't want to digest them. Other than that, I know a lot of people like RX bars, but for me they're just not tasty, you know. I just don't like the taste. I do not enjoy them. And please, you guys, do not eat things you like completely do not enjoy. Obviously try new flavors, but do not push yourself to eat things you just do not like. Oh, and now I'm gonna show you my favorite chocolate. Okay guys, if you're ready for it, I'm gonna show you the best Whole Foods chocolate bar. I really like this one. I add it to like my oatmeal or just eat it as just a piece of chocolate. It's creamy oat milk milk chocolate. I don't know what they do it, but the texture is actually so good. And then obviously you may ask me, Masha, where is all the fat? Where are all the fat sources? I would tell you guys what I usually eat. I usually eat avocado, then different types of cheese, and also some seeds or nuts. Obviously seeds or nuts you will not buy every week. I just have like big packets of those, so I'm not really getting any fat sources this time. So at Whole Foods they have pretty good bread choice. I would say I usually lean towards like sourdough or like whole grain. Again, I told you this a couple of times, but I'm leaving tomorrow, so I think I'm just gonna get like half of it. I'm gonna get the rye bread today. But actually guys, a pro tip. Sometimes in the next vlogs I want to go to a European store, and if you guys want to try a really good bread, I advise you find a European store in your city, in your town, and go get some bread there. It'll taste different from just normal American breads, but I think you'll like it. And then we have a lot of cakes, a lot of things like this. I do not really like the Whole Foods ones. Some of them look pretty good. I prefer like smaller sweets. Like if I want something sweet, I would get something like small and I would just like savor it. I have a lot of chocolate at home, and since I'm gonna be traveling to New York, I'm gonna try a lot of sweets there. Now that we're done, we're gonna go to checkout. Obviously you can see everything is pretty organized here. We're done. I do not know if you can hear me, but I think I was the most annoying person at Whole Foods today. Okay friends, now that we're done with the shopping part of this video, I'm gonna explain you how I pick out foods and what I actually buy. Understand that I need sources of protein, sources of fats, carbs, and some fiber. I usually get like 4 or 5 types of vegetables. Then I usually get like 1 or 2 types of greens. It's usually spinach, arugula, or just like lettuce. I get 2, usually 3 types of carbs. Bread is the best one. I mean, the best in terms of the fact that you do not need to cook it. You just get it, you just like toast it, and you make whatever you want with it. And then some grains. Obviously you do not need to buy grains all the time because you probably have them at home. The same with pasta. Then protein. Today I got shrimps, I got chicken, I got Greek yogurt. Sometimes I would also get tofu or tempeh, some other types of fish, smoked salmon, tuna, branzino, or some like white fish. I'm not a big fan of like seafood, so I don't usually get it. Maybe sometimes at the restaurant, but not often. And then the source of fats, I would usually get like avocado, some cheese, something like that. And then at home I always have like oil. It's usually olive oil or just like avocado oil in like spray. My mom is coming. And also berries for antioxidants. Okay, one last view. Our fiber, our antioxidants here, taste here, protein for fullness and for muscle support here, and then carbs for energy, for brain function, for muscle function. You can see that I take omega-3, and shrimps also contain it. So lean into whole foods. If you need to supplement. So on this note, I'm gonna finish this video. I hope you enjoyed it and you got some new information, you got some tips, and probably your next grocery shopping will look somewhat different. If you have any suggestions for my next videos, or you want to know how to cook meals with all of those foods, let me know in the comments. Do not forget to subscribe, hit the like button, because I share a lot of content on nutrition, wellness, and health. And until next time.